Alright, what's up, you vegan fucking hippies? Yeah, that's right. Don't eat meat and go hug a tree. Because we got a 4 versus 4 random team game taking place on Battleground. Because we haven't played this map a million times. So, it looks like we got X-Egg-Cuter, Cage the Elephant, Opex, Botana versus I'm Likely Wasted, Six God, Arcano, and Ninja. Alright. Go to the melon head of the hour, and that should be this Night Elf. And, yeah. A little bit of lag already starting, so I hope that that doesn't get in the way, but if so, I'll just skip this cast, because I don't know. It is what it is. I'm not sure what this guy's going. This is quite unorthodox, this strategy, where you throw a burrow out in front, you have 5 on the mine, you throw 1 on lumber. Not sure what he's trying to do. Also, oh, HH casters. So I figured HH was coming, but I also figured it was just a noob. Alright, and we got perhaps a Mountain King, an Archmage, Paladin, Blood Mage, standard human, FM2 Knights. So, Footman tonight. I'm going Priestess of the Moon. I usually don't go Priestess first. Probably switched my mind when I saw the HH. When he said he was going HH, I was like, you know what? Let's do it. I am building out an Ancient of War way over here. Probably building something here. And I have another ally up here, which is also a Night Elf. Late altar, meaning that he's, you know, obviously going to be getting a Tavern Hero, or he might not. He might have just delayed it on purpose. Who knows? I can't get into everyone's head, but I'm trying here. So we have HH coming from Cage the Elephant. Now HH, archers, and looks like dual Ancients of War for me. Oh fuck, we should rush. Silly me. Probably. Since no one's straight teching, thank God. Looks like Rifleman. So, that early Blacksmith, I thought he said he was going to Knights. But that's an early Blacksmith. You don't go Blacksmith Tier 1 if you're going Knights. You go Blacksmith late Tier 2. Alright. Focusing around, seeing what's going on. Looks like I'm going the noob route. I should have just plotted that Ancient War here. I decided to switch it up or something, it looks like. I think I'm starting to remember this game. At least remember this. That I screwed up putting the Ancient here because I was gonna do the shop. Alright. Please don't get that final hit. Alright. I'm playing so noob. Having my freaking building go all the way around when I could have just moved that archer right to the side. Alright, so it looks like I am going to go after that creep camp, and while that's going on, I'm getting some archers trained, some wisps, some moonwells, things of that nature, while I take the long way all the way up to this ramp. There's going to be a knoll the fuck's that? Yeah, Overseer. I was gonna say Overseer, then I was like, yeah, I think that's another knoll. Anyways. Gonna creep this out. Fantastic that my ally's finally doing a green camp. At least he's doing it. Like I did your mom. Yeah. How about that one? So original. Keeper with archers. So he did not go a Tavern Hero, he went Keeper. And obviously Keeper isn't really the best the best hero in the world. Not in 4 versus 4. More Keeper's better in 1 versus 1, 2 versus 2, even 3 versus 3. But once you get up to 4 versus 4, you know, it just goes down way too easy. Still getting archers, and it looks like I'm trying to play the range game. Enemies already going after the wall. So there's 2 here at Teal's base. There's a red group and a pink group, archers and footmen, which is a very strong combo. I remember in Reign of Chaos, I used to always go archers. I had an ally, I still remember his name, it was 7 bolts. And we're talking about 10 years ago, 12 years ago. Reign of Chaos days, I used to go Demon Hunter, archers to start, and my ally always went Archmage Footman, and it's a fantastic strategy. Alright, so they are towering over here. Trying to play this tower rush game, and of course, Teal never scouting it, because I guess he's a moron. So now they have 4 players here, it looks like. 4 players here, and yeah, this is going to be rough, especially for Teal. I mean, purple's here, but you know what? You can only do so much with a Keeper and archers against footmen. And Stormbolt, Stormbolt, Stormbolt with the Blade Master. Alright, so Teal's going to go down. Rather easy. Just going to feed more experience, and it looks like I'm trying to get in there, but I'm just going to be able to pick off what I can pick off. There's Fiends there now, so all 4 are here, and they're all dedicated to this. And yeah, this isn't looking good for us. Is it Mew's TP? Yeah, it's Mew's finally going to TP, and perhaps a bad idea, perhaps a good idea. So far I don't see footmen with defend. Without defend, these archers can go ham on those footmen. Okay, so now I got 2 watch owls, making sure I see units coming over here and seeing where they are and how they're microing. LOL at orange. I'm orange and I don't know why he's LOLing at me. I am helping him here. Almost got that Demon Hunter. Oh, almost got that Demon Hunter. And I don't know why he TP'd out for a level 1 hero. I mean, TP costs 350, and to get your hero back at full hit points. Okay, so Pink's doing a good job against us. Still trying to take down that thingamabob. Alright, so my priestess is definitely going to go down. That was like stupid. Here I'm trying to focus down this Mountain King, but I'm going to lose everything if this keeps up. Blade Master obviously can do a lot of damage on my archers. But yeah. Grabbing the hero right from the altar. Tree of Ages is now complete for me. So I'm just going to get a couple more archers. I am getting that Hunter's Hall. Might be switching my tech up into something a lot better than archers. And something that can fend off towers, maybe. Yep, so that Mountain King's going to go down again. If there's a level 2 entangle, it should be happening at any moment now, especially on a Huntress. Or save it for that Blade Master so you don't get focused too hard. And you're going to get stuck if you keep walking back that way. Okay, that Keeper looks like it's definitely going to go down.
An allied champion has fallen. Our allies' town needs help.
So Teal already left. I said I'm switching to ballistas, which is glaive throwers if you're not familiar. So now that glaive throwers are coming out, we can do a lot better damage. They can have Teal's base at this point. There's not much we can do. Keeper should be coming out any second, unless that was level 3 if I remember right. So Keeper was creeping as hard as he could, getting that level 3, perhaps level 2 entangle. Yeah, so Teal's out of the game. So now it's a full 3 versus 4 game. My priestess is out finally, almost level 3. Got TP, I got a Claws +9, I have Boots of Speed, I have the Circle of Nobility. My priestess is actually looking rather good. And no upgrades on the archers, but it's okay because I do have that True Shot aura, and I just got my first ballista, aka the glaive thrower. I think I'm starting to remember this game. I don't really remember the outcome. HH are doing fine. Tauren Chieftain level 4. Was he even in that fight at Teal? I don't think he was helping. I really don't remember seeing him over there. I don't remember seeing a Tauren Chieftain or nothing like that. Alright, so I'm getting my units together. I have a couple glaives now, a few archers, owl scout, trying to see what's going on, try to get a heads up on what's going on, and just trying to find creeps or attack. I think it would be a good time to attack, because if I got a few peasant kills, I can definitely, well, now there's a Blade Master in my base, that's always good. And one-shotting my wisps, that's a great thing.
Our allies' town needs help.
So now that the enemy's now in my base, and it looks like these are just illusions, because it's not doing any damage. Yeah, they're just illusions. Forced a TP from me. Not sure what that's all about. I think I forced a TP at pink. I didn't really see what happened. For some reason, someone's just using Teal's resources, and it's not really accomplishing much. In fact, it accomplished nothing. Alright. So I have a decent amount of glaive throwers now. I have 5 glaive throwers, and that actually is a very strong thing to have. As you can see, upwards of 76 damage, siege damage, so I can do a lot of damage here.
Our allies' town needs help.
Including those archers, which probably have the range ability by now. But definitely still getting glaives, because that's a very powerful unit. Yellow wanted me to come to him, but and it looks like they're doing fine. They're doing fine destroying pink space. There's a lot of towers, but nothing they can't focus down. Berserker upgrade finally here. Green is here to interject with his Death Knight Fiend. And that Blade Master, of course, which I believe blue is only going to Blade Master at this point. I haven't seen any units. He might have units on the way, because there's no real reason to keep building towers. I mean, you have your expansion. No one's coming there to destroy your expansion by any means. Alright, now that the priestess is here, I can fend off these units and help out a lot. Glaive's going to do a lot of damage in this scenario. Priestess in a little bit of trouble because of the hero focus. Archers need to back off at this point. Berserker's not the best tank, but that's the best we have right now to tank. Archers fall even quicker. We should get an entangle on that Death Knight. We could have gotten him down, or War Stomp or something. But anyways, we won this engagement. We fended off the enemy, so we can continue our engagement. Use siege. Obviously, we need to start sieging down everything. Glaive throwers first. So, decent range army right now. Everything has plus damage thanks to my aura, the True Shot aura. And I think I'm going to keep some of my archers behind the glaive thrower so it doesn't get flanked too hard. But anyways, it's all together, so no one in the right mind would want to engage this unless they had a handful of Tauren and Shaman and Blade Masters and Mountain Kings and stuff. Main's going to go down here. At this point, we can probably just back off and go to the next town, or we can just siege down the rest of the base. Not sure why Pink is coming in here with militia. This is rather unorthodox. Clearly you want to do something with your base now and get an expansion. But you're not going to get one down here. Blue already has it. Not to mention Blue's gonna lose his hero for no reason. So blue knew how to put towers in front of a noob's base, which was teal, obviously. He was clearly the noob. He didn't expand, check, nothing. All he had to do was at some point put his peasant into militia form, go this direction, do a little bit of scouting, or if you're not going to scout at some point early game, you know, there's other means of checking, see what's going on. No one wants to be tower rushed, especially if you're a noob and don't know what to do. Alright, so these berserkers doing a lot of damage. This is a lot of damage to be had. A little bit of focus with all these range units, and everything can go down real fast. Look at this main. The main hall is just going down like a fucking fly. Down it goes. There's some abominations, and actually that's a heavy counter to what we have. Those abominations are great, but he's going to TP out. I believe that is 6 God. Yeah, that's 6 God. So, he is going to TP out, and he obviously couldn't take it all on his own, but if there was knights or some Tauren or something alongside of those abominations, with probably some bloodlust or something, you can, you know, master docks, or, you know, you can do a lot of damage. Anyways, I got a wisp up in here. I don't know what that's for. I think I'm trying to get an expansion here, because it looks like purple already got this one, so I'm gonna grab this one. And just the damage we have, just so powerful. More glaive throwers, because a few of them's not enough. Alright, so yellow is going to lose his witch doctor, almost his shaman as well. And I'm going to lose an archer. Or not. Tome of Experience. Nobody's going to grab. I think I'm going to grab it. I'm sure I'm right clicking it right now if I see it. Yeah. Who leaves behind Tome of Experience? Or as the pros call it, toes. T-O-E. Toe. You don't have to be a pro to call it that. In fact, there is no pros on East server. And that's the server we're on. Pink throwing down an expansion right here to get a base up, but you know what? We already see it on our mini-map. What's going on here, Gay? Alright, so the abominations are up front with a blade master. I'm sure towers in the back. Those abominations will go down rather easy, especially now that we have healing wards with the archers and bloodlust and stuff. Fuck out of here. GG. You know, those abominations don't stand a chance. They're all just dropping. In fact, I'm lagging so much I can't even keep up. So there's a bunch of Wind Riders if I can move. Actually, I cannot move right now. Yeah, Wind Riders versus Mass Anti-Air. And that's what we have. Mass Anti-Air. Shims versus Mass Anti-Air. Like, Mass Anti-anything. You'd throw anything in this scenario against all these glaives and archers and berserkers. You're going to go down. 6 God just left the game, so at least they understand defeat. And Red says, nobody on my team built units after we killed first base. That's what I kind of noticed. I noticed that they built a lot of units just to take down that first base, which was a noob, and he was probably pointless and would have just fed anyways. And, you know, with a little bit of smart play, anything can happen. Cage the Elephant. He was definitely the player of the game. As you can see, Tauren Chieftain and Shadow Hunter with a bunch of Berserkers and Shaman and Witch Doctors and stuff. Definitely the player of the game. Definitely hats off to him. Me, I had the highest hero kill with my solo melon head here. Good game. Hope you enjoy, and I definitely have more content, so stay tuned. And if you don't know who I am and want to know more, you can always hit that subscribe button. And don't be shy. See ya!